Jonathan, these feel like very unsettled times for investors. Inflation has surged. The Fed is shifting from easing to tightening. The stock markets are volatile and bond yields are still near historic lows. And that, of course, is before you throw Russia's invasion of Ukraine into the mix. What is your assessment of the forces swirling around the markets?
Well, the first thing people should realize is that we always live in unsettled times. Every year, for as long as I've been writing about the markets, for almost 4 decades, there's always been a good reason not to be an investor. And if we allowed those reasons to prevent us from investing, we would never have enjoyed the fabulous gains that we've seen over the past 4 decades. So the first thing you should say to yourself is, this too shall pass. But obviously, that's not going to get us all the way through the podcast recording, Consuelo. So let's dig in a little deeper. And probably the number one thing that is on people's minds these days as investors, rather than as citizens concerned about the world,
Right.
the number one thing that are concerning investors today is inflation.
Right.
We've seen these resurgence of inflation. We went from inflation that was regularly below 2% to suddenly being above 7%. And that is a huge issue for us as investors, because if we're going to make our money grow over the long haul, we have to earn returns that outpace the twin threat of inflation and taxes. That was a whole lot easier when inflation was below 2%. Now that it's above 7, at least briefly, making our money grow over time suddenly seems extremely difficult.